Oh, that one was so close to your head.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We spent the summer converting our Ford Transit Connect into a camper van with the ultimate goal of traveling to all 50 states. We have already been on one epic road trip, and now that our van has been finished, we're ready to set out on another. Subscribe and join us as we explore the US and try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching. Good morning / afternoon from Delaware. Last night we stayed at a Walmart not too far away and drove to Rehoboth Beach this morning, where we have a breakfast for champions. Thrasher's French fries. So everywhere online when we were looking at things to do in Delaware, first said come to Rehoboth Beach, and second get Thrasher's French fries. So I guess what makes these special is that they don't serve them with ketchup.
This is a medium. There was like small, medium, large, and this feels like a lot of French fries, but the large was like a popcorn bucket size container full of French fries. But you don't use ketchup with them, you just use salt and vinegar. So we're gonna start eating these and see what we think.
Moment of truth. Cheers. So the best way that I can explain these is a really good salt and vinegar chip. If you're into salt and vinegar chips, these are for you.
So one thing that you should be aware of if you're going to get the French fries, there are seagulls all over the place, and we had a couple that were like hovering and dive bombing and swooping, waiting for us to drop one. So that was a little bit terrifying. Which
is why it's super nice that we were able to find like this little covered gazebo so that we can't get any sneak attacks from those seagulls. So I'm very excited to finish the rest of these, which we've done some damage in here already. I'll be able to walk across the boardwalk peacefully without having to dodge birds. So we finished the French fries and are free to walk around without seagulls dive bombing us. We're gonna hit the boardwalk, and then the plan for today is to also maybe go enjoy the beach as well.
The only other thing that we saw in this area was Cape Henlopen, but otherwise we've got a little bit of time to actually slow down and enjoy them. The beach will definitely be a nice way for us to kind of relax and take it easy today, especially after a late drive last night.
Really, today is just a beach day.
I just can't do it without you.
Don't like that.
I just can't do it without you.
Oh, that one was so close to your head.
'Cause without you, oh, it won't do. I just can't do it without you. I just can't do it without you. 'Cause without you.
Although the sand is whipping, it does feel good to get the last bit of sunshine on our skin. This might actually be the last beach day of the year, with it now officially being fall, so I don't think we can complain about the sand too much. So we left Rehoboth Beach, and if there's three things that I could summarize it with, I would say that it has great food, a great beach and boardwalk, and full of seagulls. And now that we have left the beach and are at the campground, there's no seagulls in sight, so it's free to start making food. I'm starting to get out all of the dinner supplies, and we're gonna head over to the picnic table over there and then start cooking some pasta. Also, we just pulled into the campground and already got 2 compliments on our van, so feeling pretty good about it.
I took a picture of how small this van looks in here.
There was only one campsite left, and it's like a pull-through one for like one of the giant RVs, and we got it, and our little thing is just so tiny here.
There are other smaller vans and vehicles. I think we actually saw another one of the Ford Transit Connects parked in another spot, so that was kind of cool.
That cheesy gooiness. Gnocchi with lots of cheese.
Very good.
He has to say that. And we're just leaving these to dry right now. What's the plan for the rest of the night?
We can do anything. I think one of the things that we're excited for in the future is getting to the West Coast and being able to do some of that van life experience. A lot of times when we park for the night, we're in a Walmart or we're in a Cracker Barrel or in some kind of overnight parking lot, and you can't really do much with that. So we always enjoy the times we get to park at a campsite and feel like we have room to spread out, because East Coast boondocking is not really that great. It always costs a little bit of money. So I think in the future when we're out west, we'll be able to enjoy the van and being out and about a little bit more.
That being said, we are going to make sure that we get the most of this very expensive campsite for the night. We're gonna leave you here tonight. We'll catch you all tomorrow once we start exploring Delaware some more. Good night.
Good morning. We are leaving Cape Henlopen State Park.
My mom bought us this book, so we're going to be looking at what's in Delaware to pop on by today. Because if I'm being honest, we really had a tough time finding things to do in Delaware online.
Yeah, so we're going to continue on and hopefully find some exciting stuff to get into today. We were looking through the book and actually saw that there was a few things in the state park that we missed. With our overnight stay, we actually got a tag for the car that's good for all of today, so we're able to go back into the park. Apparently there's a lighthouse in there, which is pretty cool. I think it may have been like the 6th one built in the colonies. And there's also these World War II observation towers.
So we went and visited the World War II
Yes.
monument tower, and now we're gonna go check out the lighthouse. So we were looking for the lighthouse because that was one of the things in our book to say to do in this Cape Henlopen area, and we finally gave up and asked one of the workers here, and I guess you can't really go up to it because it's in the middle of the water and all you can do is really view it from the point that we were at. So we took a little bit of a look at as best as we could, and now we are leaving the state park and then probably head up towards the northern part of Delaware.
The next official stop is going to be Newcastle, Delaware, which is just about 6 miles south of Wilmington. It's not too far. I mean, Delaware being a smaller state means that an hour and a half, and I think we're from the south to the northern end of it. We're excited to continue exploring Delaware and see what else we can find out and learn.
This town's a small, charming little town with cobblestone streets. Because Delaware is the first state, this is one of the oldest cities or towns in America, so it'll be fun to go explore. So as soon as we get out of the van, we see this amazing pier. So we just read that this building here used to be the old jail.
I was looking for a sign. You are here. Oh, so where's the first state national monument?
So we gotta go up 1 block and to the right. The vote to declare independence from Britain and become the first state of the United States was actually in this building back here.
So with the ratification of the new Constitution, they became the first official state of the United States.
We are heading back to the van now.
We spent a little bit of time walking around up and down the streets of Newcastle. It was really cool. I think it's a really nice little quiet town. I think a place that you could spend a little bit of time in, especially if you give yourself time to just explore and walk around and
get lost on some of the side streets like we may or may not have done. We made it back to the van and we're going to be heading towards Brandywine State Park, where we're hopefully going to be able to get a hike in for the second half of the day.
So let me tell you, I'm ready to jump right back in, back in. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready to go again.
We just pulled in at Brandywine State Park because we're both really hungry at this point. We're gonna have a picnic, bite to eat for a late lunch here in this area, and then once we finish, we'll head over to the trailhead side. That should be a nice way to kind of conclude our time in Delaware. What do you think of the park so far?
It's really nice, but I think now that we finished our sandwiches, we're gonna head over and try to find the trailhead. So we made it to the trailhead and we're actually gonna do the Hidden Pond one, which is a 1.4 mile loop.
This one should be pretty nice. It takes us along the Brandywine Creek. We should get some pretty views out of it. And I think this one's kind of more of a nature walk than it is like a strenuous hike. A good relaxing way to just get out and have an easygoing nature walk, I guess.
Hopefully it's a lot more easygoing than our previous one. Oh, Mike! So far I haven't seen any snakes or spiders, so I think we're good.
I got no worries, got me, no. I got no problems I can see, no.
They have some helpful wayfinding signs. The path has been pretty easy to follow, but they have little signs to keep you going in the right direction.
It definitely is smelling like fall in here with all the fallen leaves, and the colors are just starting to turn, so we're starting to see yellows and just a little bit of orange. Still a lot of green, but the early signs of fall are definitely here.
Based on sort of the clearing that you can see over on the right, we should be coming up to the creek pretty soon. The creek that the park gets its name from. I'm excited to see it. We're starting to be able to hear the creek, and I think that when looking through the gap, you can kind of see the far bank. And actually there, yep, peeking through the trees right now is the creek. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
This like cool hole. This has been really nice. Being out here on the hike, I've really enjoyed. I think Heather and I both really enjoy being out and about in nature. Hammock Hills, nature trail not included, but I definitely would like to do more stuff like this as we get further and further north and continue to do the fall foliage stuff. I'm happy that we made the decision to come out here because we kind of had a toss-up between going into Wilmington or coming out this way and doing some hiking, so it's nice to kind of get away from the cities and back into nature a little bit, and hopefully we can do more of that as we continue on.
But with that, as we finish up the rest of the loop of this hidden pond, which is not so hidden since they have signs everywhere showing you exactly where it is. But as we're finishing this loop, we're actually gonna leave you here. So tonight, the goal is to finish the rest of this beautiful hike and then head on out of Delaware and back into New York. So we'll probably end up at a Cracker Barrel or Walmart tonight, and we'll see you in the morning.
Hey, hey, hey.